Welcome back, everybody. TB Sports 27 on the air with you guys. Southern Miss and FSU. This is the final non-conference game of the regular season before we jump into Conference USA play. Florida State 9-6, Southern Miss 2-6. So the same amount of losses. Florida State, though, a lot more wins. This is going to be the toughest atmosphere we've played in all season long. Our first ACC opponent and currently our only ACC opponent on the schedule. Last 4 games have not been great. We have lost every game by at least 30 points or more. And we're going to see how this one goes. So sit back, relax. It's probably going to be very ugly, but we're going to give it our best darn shot here. And you know, you're looking up and saying, hey, this is a really tough opponent. This is a really strong Florida State squad, but they're only 3 games above 500. So the fans, you know, on their end, they're pretty disappointed with how their season going, much like Southern Miss fans. I can't believe we actually won one of those. Much like Southern Miss fans and Coach Shaquille O'Neal has been for this Southern Miss squad that's had a very tough time. Shooting's been a big issue for Southern Miss. That has been a big problem. We were looking at the stats in the Auburn game we just got done playing, and if our shooting percentage would be up and things like that is not going to happen, as Javon English just dunks it in. Listen to the people. This is the rowdiest we've heard any arena so far. But shooting percentage is basically what's been really hurting the Golden Eagles. And we were pretty evenly matched with Auburn in the last game, but the shooting percentage is what got us. Florida State's definitely got the height to them. My goodness. Carlson. Nope, and there it is again. Shooting percentage already at a 0 for the Southern Miss. Golden Eagles nearly stole that one away. English, only points of the ball game so far. Kelly. Kelly, Bass for 3. Come on, get a rebound, somebody. Dukes, probably should have been at Duke. English, Capel, and drops it in. Edgar Capel. Had Derek Skikes in his face, but Capel right over him, and the Seminoles. 5-0 now. We have some history of Florida State. Our NCAA football dynasty they were doing with the Utah Utes. We spent a season with FSU. We spent our opening career with Wyoming, and then the defending national champion Florida State Seminoles said, hey, do you want to come be the defensive coordinator for us for a year? I said, a national championship team? Yeah. So I spent 1 year at Florida State, won another national title with Jameis Winston. After that, got hired as the head coach of Utah in season 3 and have been with Utah ever since. Oh, that was coming out. Come on. Quite the opposite of our Troy Trojans dynasty, where we spent 1 year at Akron, got fired, and then 6 years as FAU offensive coordinator, 3 years as Ole Miss offensive coordinator, and then turned that into quite a career with the Troy Trojans. Butler for 3. It is good, and we got a 2-point game here. Victor Butler. Only a second road game of the year for the Golden Eagles of Southern Miss. Next season, if there is a second season, because we've had some really bad games. I'm curious if people are going to tune into this or not. We haven't uploaded them yet on YouTube. At the time that we're streaming this, they have not been uploaded, so I'm curious because, you know, viewership is going to be critical. And I kind of mentioned my Legend of Zelda series. I want to at least get the Gerudo Valley done, as I randomly start talking about Zelda in the middle of a college basketball game. But if viewership keeps being really bad, I probably will end it after the Gerudo series. I would like to put a completion on it and defeat Ganon on camera. But if viewership continues to be as bad as it is, that just says to me that people are not interested. And we will move on to something else. So that being said, another 3-point shot. How about Southern Miss? Coach Shaq got these guys coming out right now against FSU on the road. So if there is a next season, like I said, viewership's going to kind of dictate that. And, you know, we're not doing NBA playgrounds anymore because the viewership was so bad for NBA Playgrounds down the stretch. I may still finish it off one day so you guys can get a champion, maybe finish it off on Patreon or something, but viewership has been very, very bad for NBA Playgrounds. But if there is a second season, you guys let me know with your views and all that. But if there is a second season, I'll try to schedule some more road games, because we really did just have a home-heavy schedule, and I really didn't realize it or think about it when we were setting up the schedule. Because I was a novice. I just jumped in, and I was like, oh, yeah, let's just here. The schedule's good. 11-8 FSU. Not completely out of the way just yet. I don't like their center logo, how it's... because the logo is a circle, and then there's a circle behind it. So there's double circles, and it's throwing me off. They're trying to steal the ball. Butler. Oh, my God. Victor Butler. We could have used some of those threes last week against Auburn. It is tied right now. And we mentioned coming into this one, not in this episode, but in past episodes, that when we were looking at the FSU roster, like, their top 4 scorers are all injured right now. So that could be a big reason why they're sitting at the record that they're sitting at 9-6. And this could be a chance for Coach Shaq to maybe get this season turned around with a big marquee win right here. You know, Coach Shaq, we've been having a hard time. We've been getting blown out. But we gotta try to get this thing. We gotta try to right the ship right now. Shooting's been bad. We're not doing anything in the paint. That's what Coach Shaq was saying to the press. One thing that we have done against Auburn, and this seems to be working out. There's the... finally, I got a layup to go. Holy moly. When we played the McNeese State game, we mentioned against Auburn that McNeese really kind of forced us to go fast, and I think that was a big problem for this team, because they were playing really press coverage and really forcing us to go fast, and we fell apart. We really slowed it down against Auburn and did much better. We're slowing it down here against Florida State. And I'm saying that as a Phoenix Suns fan, a Steve Nash Phoenix Suns fan, saying we got to slow this thing down, because I want faster basketball. I think the game is too slow right now in real life. But for this team, going slow, it's working out right now.
Dishes to the perimeter. Butler has it on the perimeter. The shot clock's running down.
I'm winding down. Nice rebound. Come on, Boxler. Yes, it is 16-15. Woo! I don't know how this one will turn out, but for the people that bailed out of this series after the McNeese game, and they said this guy sucks, hey, look at this. We got FSU on the road, and it's a one-point game. Capel. No, we could take the lead right now. We have the chance to take the lead. Edgar Capel missed the shot. Victor Butler. We were mentioning, we were kind of waiting for this one guy to step up. We mentioned this in the Auburn game. There's not a guy you can really rely on. Victor Butler's being that guy right now in this game. Styles. Oh, and we're rebounding, which we weren't doing before, but unfortunately, Lucas Boxler cannot get the putback. But the rebounds we weren't getting in the Bradley game, we're getting now.
Passes it to the outside.
Kelly, Humphrey, knocked away. Southern Miss. 16-15. Butler, and we have the lead. 17-16. We have the lead on Florida State. Oh, there might be hope for this team yet. I was ready to give up on them after that 3-game stretch. But we played decently against Auburn. Still lost by 30, but it was much better than McNeese State. Styles for 3? No.
About 3.5 minutes left in the half. To the rack.
FSU up by 3 points in this one.
The Golden Eagles We'll take a timeout.
20-17. Timeout called. I'm going to run by him so you guys can see him. Come on, throw it in. There he is, Coach Shaq. There's Coach Shaquille O'Neal. Coach Shaq putting quite a game plan together in this rowdy atmosphere. Florida State. The indoor Doak Campbell. I'm seeing Victor out there. Fleming. Nope, come on. Now, I did not want him to get the ball, so that was not... I was trying to put it up, but when I passed it, I was trying to dump it out, and I hit A and shoot at the same time, but he ended up pitching it out to the guy beyond the three-point line, and that was not where I wanted it to be.
Lead pass, left wing.
Oh, I tried to pass it. I hit the pass button.
Waters. Gets it out left. Takes the shot.
Oh, God. No. Oh, don't let this slip away, guys. We got this. We got this on lockdown. Humphrey. Nice rebounds. Come on, Fanning. Nice to see our guys actually doing layups for once. I felt like in the first 3 games I hit that button a million times and they weren't doing it. FSU not really shooting too hot either. Franklin. Definitely hurts not having Butler out there. He's resting right now, but we're not having that big shot. No, I want you to come on, big guy. I want him to push into the paint. Why is he shooting the ball like that? It's beyond me. But I don't know the buttons because I've looked it up. If anyone knows how to make the big guys push forward, let me know. See there, I would try to dump it off to Boxler and let him try to get into the paint and take a shot, but he doesn't seem like he's capable of pushing past the defense and making a play. Woo! Who was that? I don't even know. 24? That's Jared Franklin. Yeah, that was Jared Franklin. 4-point game. And they just neutralize our 3. Javier English. We can play it for the last shot, and for the first time in a long time, go into the half and not be completely embarrassed. They're jumping like crazy. Oh, what's happening? The Tallahassee Crazies. Couldn't get the shot to fall. It is a 7-point game at the half. Southern Miss and Florida State, the Seminoles and the Golden Eagles. Southern Miss, who has been losing points just on average of 30 to 40 a game, is within 7 going into the second half. Bernie Bass, your Blue Chew Power Bar triple threat player of the half. Shooting percentage still continues to be an issue, though, for the Golden Eagles. If you're enjoying what you're watching here, TB Sports, you want to see more of it. If you like other sports, football, baseball, hockey, wrestling, Zelda, Mario. If you guys want to see NBA Playgrounds, help get the viewership up, leave some comments on those NBA Playground videos and say, I want some more NBA Playgrounds, check us out. Support TB Sports on the 27 on the channel, left side. Follow on all the different social medias, the right side, how you can help support the channel, keep it alive financially. And thank you, as always, Patreon supporters. This entire stream, we did 4 games today in this streaming session, and we played for 2 hours. The entire stream, if you don't want it broken up into 30-minute parts, the entire 2-hour stream is up on our Patreon page as we speak, patreon.com/tvsports27. Go check it out, and you get some behind-the-scenes content. The stuff that we cut out and edited out for YouTube, that's all going to be part of that 2-hour session on Patreon. So it helps support the channel. You guys get a little bit of extra content, so do check that one out. Nicely done by Mr. Milton Fanning. So it is an 8-point ball game. English has been the guy for FSU, Javier English, and he's going to do it again. 10 points for English, 2 for 2 from 3-point land. Bruno Carlson.
Passes to the left wing.
Butler still not back in the game yet.
Right side. Passes back. Top of the key. The tough shot.
Rebound. Nicely done. Okay. Lucas Boxler.
It's just too easy. You know he's dropping that one in.
Ooh, but now, as close as we're trying to keep this thing, Florida State shooting is starting to put us in a world of hurt. Limit the possessions that Florida State can get. Try to make every shot matter. We're doing a nice job. Maybe not getting every shot, but some of the putbacks we weren't getting in that big 3-game losing streak. I'll say that. Conference play will be interesting. That's really going to be where we can see what this team is made out of. Oh. That burned us. That hurt. Oh, my God. It's kind of weird not seeing any words under the hoop. Like, no Florida State, no nothing. It's completely blank.
About 9.5 minutes left in the second half. Has it right wing.
That steal, not getting those points off of that steal, that really hurt.
To the free throw line. Bounces it to the top of the key. Tipped away.
Boxler loses it. And much like the Auburn Tigers, they got into the locker room. They might have made some adjustments, and they're kind of finding their footing now. Southern Miss continue to slow it down. I know it's a slower pace, maybe not as exciting, but it's keeping the game close. It's limiting the number of possessions that FSU is getting right now.
Beats it to the perimeter. Shoots from 15.
Nicely done, Milton Fanning.
A little medium range magic there. He does.
Shooting a much better here. 39-28 Seminoles.
Trying to take away their low post and force some jump shots.
English. Rare miss for Javier English.
Hard to be out in the court with that injury. You've got to appreciate his toughness.
I'd like to see Victor Butler get in. I suppose we can make that decision. He had a really big first half. Good rebound, and Boxler. Previously the big guys, and maybe Shaq's been working with them. The big guys had been awful. Boxler's going to get called there, but he's having a really nice game. Here comes Victor Butler. All right, last 8 minutes. Couple of threes. We get right back in this thing. It is a 9-point game.
Gets it right side. Kelly off the inbound.
Kelly whiffs on that. Here we go. There's Butler. Make sure it's the right shot, though. And he got it. 6-point game. FSU and Southern Miss. English. The what, Barkine?
Outside. Passes it to the
Humphrey.
right side. Pass. To stop the run. Fisher grabs the rebound.
Missed shot. Here comes the Golden Eagles. Oh, Carlson hesitated to take that shot. I mean, he's not the...
Carlson has it outside.
He's a speedster, they say. Butler's got it. Ball movement here by the Golden Eagles. Butler's open, and he sinks the three. It is a 3-point game in Tallahassee. Timeout called on the court. Who would have thought? I know they're not ranked. I know they got 6 losses, but it's an ACC team on the road. And considering how poorly we did against a 1-9 McNeese team, the fact that we are in this thing on the road in the second half is amazing. Now, that sucks that we didn't get that one to drop. That's terrible, because that would have been big. What a turnaround just from the 1-9 blowout at home to being on the road here and being in the game with an ACC team.
And it's a 5-point game. Passes to the high post. Fanning gets it outside. Swing pass. Outside.
We gotta get Butler in there some more, huh?
Shoots it. Snatched down.
Not good. Not good.
Didn't have enough room to take that shot, Vern. That was a
Steal
little
it,
bit of
steal
a
it,
force.
steal it. Come on, guys, jump up. Rebound.
Gets the offensive rebound.
Okay, we flushed them back out. Bernie Bass.
The State Farm drive of the game. Oh, how do you like... The Golden Eagles will take a timeout. The Seminoles will get a few more starters back into the game.
Florida State 43,
Wow, this place
Southern
is
Miss
like a war,
36.
Vern. We've got to give these fans something to cheer about. Catches it, left wing.
5.5 to play. Fanning.
Fanning lobs it to the right side. Outside. Swings it to the perimeter. Stipes. Hands it off. Throws it up. Snatch
Good
it
rebound. Put back. No, now we're starting to lose it. Boy, we were within 3, and we've just been missing shots left and right, and now Florida State's regain their grasp on this game, unfortunately.
Dishes to the outside. Fisher catches it. Left block.
Very nice.
Down low was dropped
45-38.
Delivery with the skip pass. That set up the shot perfectly. Lead pass. Perimeter.
Humphrey, watch English, number 3. He's even out there. He's not even out there right now. They're resting him for that clutch, and they're going to call a goaltend on Skikes. Oh, man, you hate to see that. Well, this outing, win or lose, and there's Coach Shaq right there, barking some orders, standing on the court as always, gives me a little bit more confidence going into conference play that maybe we got a little run in us.
Butler with the shot.
Now we're just missing everything.
Seminoles can push their lead to double digits.
We lost our mojo.
Couldn't make it a double-digit lead.
Hopefully
This
Florida
rifle.
State can lose
It's
theirs.
a 9-point spread. Fanning hands it off. Styles. Swings it to the outside. Deflects the
No good.
gathered up by the King.
No good. I don't think this one's happening, guys. It was quite an effort.
You've got it, Vern.
Still a lot of time left, but
Southern Miss.
it has, yeah. It has gotten away, and yeah, shooting just kind of killed us, as always, as it has been the whole, second half we were in it. There we go. Okay. Another. See, that's how it's crazy. Too many timeouts. And Butler's coming out. I don't know about that decision.
Left in the second half.
Butler comes out. I think we need him in there for these 3-point shots.
Has it out left. From 18 feet away. Makes it in.
That was on me. That was bad defense there. 11-point game. Oh, come on. Quit fumbling. And then just stand there like a rock. Like a rock. Whoa. Florida State back up by 15. It was, or 13 rather. It was once a 3-point game. That was a nice bit of ball movement there.
Until he pulled the old double clutch on him. 2:36 left in the game. Has it on the perimeter.
Yeah, we're done, guys. It was a decent outing. Hey, I'm proud from this being somewhat competitive, which is where we were in the beginning of the year. The 3-game stretch we had with Alabama, Bradley, and McNeese, that McNeese might have been one of the worst games I've ever seen for one of my teams. We kept this one close on the road. ACC squad, 3-point game at one point. Now it's starting to get into 20-point territory, which is not. Now it's starting to look like McNeese Southern Miss, which is not what we want. There's some effort. How about that? I like that effort. You're getting beat, you're getting dominated, but by God, we're still coming out here playing hard. That's what I want this Southern Miss team to be. So we're going to end non-conference play with just 2 wins, but we're going to begin conference play the next time out. So that'll be where everything can possibly change. And it's going to go quick. There's only a handful of games. Like I was looking at it, if we continue to do 4 games a session, we're only going to stream this like 4 more times and the regular season's going to be done. English. Man, that guy's good. I guess that's why he's at FSU. But he missed it, though. It wasn't quite as good on that play. Oh, boy. Oh, I don't want it to be a jumper. I want him to push forward and lay it up. Like that. Why don't my guys do that? I'm not going to lie. I saw Coach Shaq on the court. I thought that was my guy because he's wearing a dark blue suit. And I thought that was a black jersey. And that's why that pass looks so terrible. Passes to the right corner. Well, obviously you want to get the win here. Every game you play, but for Coach Shaq, a world of improvement from McNeese State to here. Only going to lose this one by 13 points, which is quite an accomplishment considering we lost like 50 points to McNeese. Greg Gumbel will take it away. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to listen to the post-game wrap-up as well after this, the weekend report, and then we're going to wrap this stream up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know, are you enjoying this? Hopefully we can get this thing turned around going into conference play. Don't give up hope on this team yet. Who knows what's going to happen. But stay tuned, everyone. We got the week wrap-up of college basketball, the final week of regular season non-conference action has wrapped up. We're going to go into conference play, and Greg Gumbel is going to show you all the action here.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel here with my partner Clark Kellogg. Just ahead on College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. We'll preview some of the biggest games coming up this week in the NCAA, as well as show you the best action from around the nation. But we begin with a special player who was an easy choice as our Player of the Week in college basketball.
Merritt is our choice this week, and he might be winning an even bigger award at the end of the year. There is a lot of talk about him as a Player of the Year candidate.
He gave an absolutely superb performance, Clark. He just got hotter and hotter as the week went on. His opponents threw a number of different looks at him, but he handled it all. I'm not sure there's a legitimate way to stop him right now, and we haven't even begun to talk about his work at the defensive end either. Now let's take a look ahead to the games that get top billing on the schedule in the days to come. This will be a fantastic battle. This is shaping up to be a prototypical style versus style matchup. Great scorers on one side of the court, great defenders on the other. This is going to be a real showdown.
Wisconsin plays a brand of defense that should make the difference in this game. They are a tough team to score against. And if you don't squeeze the orange, they'll take it. I think they'll be in top form for this contest.
And we have another upcoming contest that promises to be a classic. This should be a terrific matchup. Both these teams are fighting to improve their position among the nation's elite teams, and they're going to have to go through each other to do it.
Georgetown should come out on top if I had to make a prediction. Their backcourt is so solid this year, and their guards love to get out and run. That gives them a huge advantage in a game that should be as fast-paced as this one will be.
There was no shortage of excitement on the court in the past few days, so let's take a look at our games of the week. We get started with an important conference battle in the ACC. Virginia Tech outdid Duke.
The Virginia Tech Hokies made the most of their opportunity to move up, and that's going to serve them very well as we get closer to conference tournament time, even if it's just in seeding position. Guerrero was absolutely unstoppable. His double-double really gave his team the lift they needed. They needed an effort like that to get this win. He saw all sorts of defensive looks, but no matter what they threw at him, he handled it and handled it well.
And two teams, each enjoying a spot in the top 25, got together. Illinois toppled Ohio State.
The posters love games like this. It makes their job easy. When you've got two ranked teams like this going up against each other, you can just sit back and see who should go up and who should move down. Illinois really muscled up down low and was able to convert a lot of easy chances close to the basket. Whether it was the big men or the guards, they made the most of their opportunities. They established their inside presence from the start and were able to rely on getting their points down low throughout the game.
That'll do it for us here in the studio. For my partner, Clark Kellogg, I'm Greg Gumbel. Thanks for watching College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. Enjoy the exciting week of college hoops action to come.